Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am working on week 18 in my 2023 Project Life album. I've gone ahead and printed out the digital collection from Citrus Twist this month. That's the Life in Motion collection. I've printed all of the digital journal cards and all of the element sheet, and then I also went ahead and printed out I think 4 or 5 of the papers. I don't print them at 6 by 8 though. I print them at about 5 by 8 1/4, just so that I can put them into either my Life Crafted album or I can trim them down like I'm doing here. I'm going to trim this one, this kind of plaid, beautiful like rainbow plaid, into a 4 by 6 card for my spread. That's one of the reasons I print them at that size. I can fit about two patterns on an A4 sheet of paper, and that way I can use them for multiple purposes. So I have picked out 3 of the 3 by 4 cards as well, and I just want to add a title card, a 3 by 4 title card, but I liked the striped one, but I didn't love the kind of darker green in there. I haven't used a lot of darker green, and so what I'm going to do is trim down one of the leftover pieces of the plaid and just kind of cover that up. Now the pile of stuff that I've got on the right hand side there, I went through some of my what I'm going to call my vintage Citrus Twist embellishments and alphas, and pulled out a bunch of stuff that I thought might coordinate with this digital collection. I will say though I don't use very much of it at all. I mostly stick to the printables after all of that. I did spend a considerable amount of time going through all of my embellishments and alphas, picking out little cute ones that I thought would work, but I will have to use them another week. So I did print out these kind of digital elements. Normally I'm a let the machine cut it out for you kind of girl, but the shapes were pretty simple this month, and so instead of spending the time setting up like a cut file to do that, I just went ahead and cut it by hand, either with my paper trimmer or scissors, or I did use some circle punches and dies to cut out the little circle elements, which I'm glad I did now, because I'm going to end up using them as a little bit of a theme for this month. It's not this week. It's not kind of like a color scheme, because you can see there's all the colors here. So I'm going to use circles as kind of the combining element for the entirety of my page. So I started off with a whole bunch of elements on here, but in the end it was just to cover up the little bit of green. I hadn't really cut this plaid trim particularly neatly, and you could still see a little line of green on there, so I started trying to cover that up with elements. Realized I actually only need 2. The circle with the sunshine in it seemed perfect to put my week number, so I'm totally breaking with tradition and not actually putting the word week or the letters WK, just slapping an 18 on there with these kind of green alphas. I had a bunch of different colored alphas that all would have worked, and funnily enough I've used the one color that I thought worked best on that card, like it stood out the most on there, but I've actually used none of that green in the cards or the papers that I've picked. So I'm going to use these little enamel dots. You can see there's a whole line of green ones there. Never use that kind of, it's not even a lime green, it's just kind of a lighter green. I never used those ones, so I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of them today and kind of add that extra color in here just to tie it all together. So the weather card, perfect. I happened to take a screenshot of our 20-degree day. We're at the start of May in this week, so that is technically the beginning of winter, and unheard of to have 20-degree days. It was so warm this week, unbelievably warm. It was fantastic. It was such a balm, to be honest, to have these beautiful, warm, sunny days. So I did happen to take a little screenshot when it hit 20, and I even managed to accidentally print the photo at the perfect size to fit into the wee blue gap that was there. So I've just adhered that down and put a little banner in there as well. Now, same thing with my other smaller photo. They're about 2 1/4 inches, those photos there. I really just stuck that down. I did flip the journal card upside down and then added one of the little printable banners and a couple of enamel dots just to add a little bit of extra color into there. So here we go with the circles again. I've got about a 3-inch square photo that I'm adding onto my plaid card here. And I did start with just one of the little banner shapes, and then I wanted to add another circle, and then I figured, hey, let's just go the whole hog. I'm going to cover up the whole left-hand edge of that photo with circles, little circle elements from the Printables pack. And then because I'm going heavy with the enamel dots, I'm going to add a couple more of those in. I really love how that card turned out. It's such a fun little collection of sayings and colors, and these are some of my favorite enamel dots ever, the colors on here. So it was nice to be able to use up an extra sheet of them. Now, I do have a journaling card picked out. I'm not sure how that managed to go back into the pile, but I will fill that out just on my typewriter later on. But I've got one more photo here with Pearly in the clean washing basket. Might be one of her favorite places. So it's definitely been encouraging me to maybe fold the washing a bit quicker than I usually would. And I wanted to add a little bit of embellishment down the bottom here as well, but decided I would carry on the circle theme. So I had a couple of extra circles. The one that I wanted to use says "You are my sunshine," and I had cut that with a wee scalloped punch, so it is very close to the edge of the text, and the color just didn't kind of stand out enough on the photo. So I wanted to add some extra elements in there. One of them was square, which totally doesn't go with the theme. So I went ahead and used a metal die just to make that into a circle as well. So I'm doing that same kind of recipe, I guess, with the circle, digital elements, and then a few extra little enamel dots just to add some more color into there. So apart from refinding my journaling card and just running that straight through my typewriter, I did use pink ink in my typewriter just to add a little bit of extra color. There's not a whole lot of black in this week, funnily enough. I'm not going to do anything else to that. I'm just going to leave that as it is. But I figured I've got one more photo up here that I've put nothing on. I might as well carry on the theme and add one more little circle. There's one that says hello. It's just kind of generic for our ice cream photo. I am going to pull out one of the embellishments that I had, which were these puffy stickers, these puffy heart stickers, one of my favorites. I've just got some of my less favorite colors left on there, so I'm going to make a concerted effort to use them. I added one little heart and another enamel dot and called it done. You can see from these photos here I did add a couple of extra enamel dots onto that title card as well, just to kind of add to the theme. But apart from that, it's all done. Hey, thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, I'm going to leave a couple videos on screen for you. Otherwise, I'll see you again really soon. Bye.